welcome Honorable Governor for the function. Please rise.
A round of applause for the Honorable Governor. Governor Sahab यहाँ पे आए. He has come amongst us. It's a privilege. It reflects the dedication he has towards inclusion, towards persons with disability, towards Tamil Nadu, towards Bharat. Can I request everyone to please stand up, and if there are any Divyangjan who are having challenge, they can be in attentive pose. We'll all sing the national anthem together. 1, 2, 3. Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravida, Utkal, Banga, Vindhya, Himachal, Yamuna, Ganga, Ujjal, Jaladi, Tiranga. Tab shubh naame jaage, tab shubh ashish mange, gahe tab jaya गाथा जन गण मन नायक जय भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. Can I request everyone to continue standing? Can we have the Tamil Nadu anthem, please? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Can I request everyone to please settle down? Beyond the Honorable Governor, we have guest of honor, Shri P.B. Vardarajanji, who is the advisory board member of Sarthak. We have Professor V. Kamakoti ji, he is the director at IIT Madras. We have Professor Satyanarayan and Gumadi ji, who is the Dean of Students, IIT Madras. We have Professor Junjunwala, who is the former president of IIT Madras Research Park, and Dr. Jitendra Agarwal, the one and only gentleman who has created the Sarthak Educational Trust and the biggest organization enabling the persons with disability in Bharat. Can I request all the gentlemen to come forward, and I request everyone to please remove their shoes so that they can light the lamp of Ma Saraswati. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्ति रूपेण बुद्धि रूपेण लक्ष्मी रूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्ये 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 नमो नमः.
या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
Professor Vardarajan.
विचारसार परमाम् आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं
Professor Satyanarayan ji and Kamakoti ji.
वीणां
Thank you, gentlemen. May Ma Saraswati give wisdom, because without wisdom, you may have power, you may have money, it is not gonna sustain. So Ma Saraswati's blessings are essential. Can I request Dr. Suman, who is a strategic leader at Sarthak Educational Trust, to come forward and give a token of appreciation in the form of shawl to Honorable Governor Shri Ravi ji. Can I request Lakshya, who's the finance head of Sarthak Educational Trust, to hand over a unique memento to Honorable Governor. It reflects the wisdom can overpower all your disability. Your mind, your soul, and your wisdom is the enabler. Can I request Vardarajan ji to hand over to honor Professor Kamakoti, please. Can I request Shri Vardarajan ji to honor Professor Jhunjhunwala? Can I request Dr. Jitendra Agarwal to honor Professor Satyanarayan Gumadi ji? Can we all stand up again for Sarthak anthem? This is the anthem to enable every person with disability. Can we have the Sarthak anthem, please?
सार्थक उद्देश लेकर सार्थक संदेश लेकर सार्थक संग शिक्षा आती है सार्थक शुरुआत है ये सार्थक की आस है ये सार्थक ही सबका साथी है
Thank you. Please take your seats. Now, can I request Dr. Jitendra Agrawal, the leader, the founder, the CEO of Sarthak Educational Trust, which has till date trained and placed over 70,000 people, persons with disability, in the corporate sector. The organization, which works with over 1,000 corporates, enables persons with disability across India, across 22 centers. The man who lost his sight but got his vision. A vision to help others, to be the light, to be the lamp, to be the guide in the life of persons with disability. A dear friend, a good companion, Dr. Jitendra Agrawal.
Yeah, good morning to all of you. I think it's not 12. Huh? Yeah. So thank you so much everyone for coming. I think on behalf of entire team Sarthak and National Abilympic Association of India, I like to welcome Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu. I think we can again clap for Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu. I think just for your information, sir, in 2019 we have similar event and I think Honorable Governor at that time was also present. So I think your blessings and your Ashirvadam will surely help people with disability in southern part of the country. I think I can see, I came on 18th and I can see it's like a partnership that is happening between government, corporates, academia and social organization. जैसे हम लोग हिंदी में बोलते हैं कि हम सब जब मिल जाते हैं तो एक बड़ा काम होता है और उस पिरामिड के सबसे नीचे वाले जो दिव्यांगजन हैं उनके लिए अगर हम मिल जाते हैं तो और बड़ा काम हो रहा है. तो जो हमारे ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी जी का जो सपना है विकसित भारत का फॉर 2047, आई थिंक हम लोग उस राह पे आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. वी आर गोइंग टू अचीव दैट टारगेट ऑफ विकसित भारत बाय 2047. आई थिंक उस सीरीज में हम चारों स्टेक होल्डर्स एक साथ हैं. यस्टरडे आई मेट प्रोफेसर कामाकोटी जी जो डायरेक्टर हैं and he provided us this wonderful venue to organize this wonderful event. So we can clap for Professor Kamakoti ji. Yesterday I met Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala also. 1981 he came from US और उन्होंने एक बड़ा research park he's created in IIT Madras and 1.5 hours I spent with him. I can see his vision. जो वो उन्होंने इंडस्ट्री और अकेडमिया के साथ पार्टनरशिप किया एंड ही हैज़ डन इनोवेशन फॉर द सेक्टर एंड आई थिंक वी म्यूचुअली एग्रीड दैट विल क्रिएट टू टेक फॉर गुड फॉर द एंटायर इकोसिस्टम बिकॉज राइट नाउ अभी टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत कम है. लाइक देयर टेक्नोलॉजी इज अवेलेबल फॉर पीपल विद blindness, hearing impaired, but when it comes to intellectual disability, autism, Down syndrome, बहुत कम काम हुआ है. It's very few technology available, but not relevant to people with autism and Down syndrome. So I have a long discussion with him. I think God grace will take this forward और हम इस काम को आगे बढ़ाएंगे. और साथ में I think day before yesterday I met Professor Satyanarayan also. जिन्होंने he provided us the venue and the entire team support, so we can clap for Professor Satyanarayan also. I think there are few people who don't need any introduction. So ऐसे एक प्रोफेसर है नीलेश वासा जी. I met him in 2022 and I think he remembered that meeting and because of him all of us are here. So we can clap for Professor Nilesh Vasa. He was dean at that time, but I can see कि कोई meetings कितना बड़ा हो जाता है तो you never know. So I think because of your blessings, people with disability, state of Tamil Nadu, their parents, and I think through online program, because as Siddharji mentioned, we operate in 20 states, we have 30 physical centers. So all Divyangjan across the country, I welcome all of you. And I think your empowerment journey is recognized all across the country. Maybe for the information of the audience, I'll little bit brief about Sarthak and NAAI. There are two organizations who are conducting these events. Sarthak, as Siddharji mentioned, we founded in 2008 when not a single company was ready to hire disabled youth. They used to ask, how a blind person will come, what they will eat, because they were not aware. See, generally in public places, we don't find disabled people. They are either sitting at home, even parents are reluctant to take them in public places. So that was the situation in 2008. As a professional, I thought to contribute, so we founded then Sarthak in 2008. 2008 to 13, we created demand in the market because corporates were not aware, and it was top to bottom approach. CEOs, we met CEOs and told there are people with disability, but we don't want jobs on charity for them. We want them to be sustainable inside your organization, but as a business model. And for supply chain, we traveled across the country from Srinagar to Chennai, from Ahmedabad to Guwahati. We conducted 100 roundtable conferences, 100 job fairs. By 2013, 60,000 youth with all disability registered, 3,000 got the job, and 100 corporates started hiring people with disability, not on charity, but as a business model, because we were day one very clear, no charity, because they are, of course, people with disability, but they have other abilities. And then we realized by 2014 that we have to skill them, because they are, of course, educated, but lack in market skills. So 2014, we started our skill program with National Skill Development Corporation, and with God grace, now we are in 30 physical centers, 20 states we cover, and that exact number, what we have done placement is 1 lakh youth with disability in the entire country. I think in our placement program, we have covered 1,000 locations, 1,000 cities, covering around 250 districts. Because of COVID, we feel it was an opportunity for disabled people. Now people are getting training at home and work at home or near to the geography. So it's possible now, because like as we know that when we used to landline phones, I think yesterday Professor Junjunwala was telling, I think they have to pay 40,000 rupees, but mobile phone is you can get in minutes or seconds now. So that is through online training program now, very convenient for people with disability to be get trained on our Gyan Sarthi portal and placed inside the house or maybe near to their geography. So now coming to few other programs, we are in the health space where we are identifying children immediately after birth, and especially intellectual disability, autism, Down syndrome, and other disability, so that we can minimize disability, because 0 to 3 years is the critical period when we can minimize disability. Skill and employment is our flagship program. So now the challenge is reverse. There was no demand in 2008. Now the challenge is of supply chain. So that's why we are expanding this program to across the country. There are 1,000 NGOs part of this platform called IDEA, Indian Disability Empowerment Alliance, and there are partners, 100 partners in Tamil Nadu also. Currently, we are capacity building them, how to do human resource management, financial management, how to do skilling. And coming to this Abilympics part, NAAI, that we call National Abilympic Association of India, the movement started. So what is NAAI? Abilympics is Olympics of skilling of people with disability. These are not sports competitions, these are skill competitions. Movement started in Japan in 1983. India adopted in 2001. 2003, we hosted 5th International Abilympics when our Honorable Prime Minister Vajpayee ji and Honorable President Kalam sir inaugurated that event. 2016, this NAAI was handed over to Sarthak, and since then we are running. 2023, we traveled to France Metz, where 7 of our Divyangjan were winners. That was the best performance of the country, and then they were blessed by President of India, Madam Draupadi Murmu ji. So this is all about NAAI, and now we are preparing for Finland 2027. In the May month, there are competitions. 45 countries are participating, and just for the knowledge of the audience, it's highly competitive competitions. Not for, as you know, that you feel that of course they are disabled, but I've seen that in France, countries like South Korea, Japan, China, and France, it was like highly, like when we play cricket, so there are counselors, psychologists, so it's very highly competitive there. We have seen in France, and we are preparing our candidates for Finland in that manner only. They are getting best technology, they are getting best trainers. Trainers means they are professors. Professors are training of different IITs, different B schools, or different, like whatever expert professors are there who are training these people with disability, so that there is no this thing that the people with disability hai, unka training kar diya jaye. So there is no compromise on their quality of training. The infrastructure provided to them. or equipment provided to them, so they're getting best out of everything, so that we can bring 30 medals in 2027 and glory to our country. So coming to few other programs, we are digital now, and we have a CAP Sarthi mobile app, which is in 11 languages, and all across country ecosystem of disabilities available there. 1 lakh people are using that app to, because see, getting information in the rural part of India is a challenge. Where to get a pension, where to get a disability certificate. So through this app, people are getting information. A Rozgar Sarthi portal, which we developed in partnership with Amazon. All the government and non-corporate jobs are there. And with Fidelity, we developed Gyan Sarthi. There is no global e-learning management solution. With God Grace, that is live now. People are getting therapies, skill, Abilympics through this Gyan Sarthi portal. And with God Grace in 2023, we created first of its kind infrastructure called Global Resource Center in Gurugram. We got the land from state of Haryana. So there is a dialogue in the dark in that infrastructure. It's where a blind person is taking 30 minutes of experience inside that Global Resource Center. It's a German concept, live in Gurugram now. There is Ability Museum, Center of Excellence of Skill Employment and Rehab, and top floor there is Global Accessibility Development Center, where we are incubating 20 startups to create technology affordable and useful for people with disability, especially for Bharat. So I'll request, if you visit that part of India, you please that Global Resource Center. And in last 17 years, what we have learned is, I think we have lack of human resource, we lack of therapists, lack of trainers and teachers for our Divyangjan, and we are dreaming for a global university now, about 100 kilometers from Gurugram, so that we can have trained therapists, trained trainers, and trained teachers for people with disability. Gap is huge. Like when we talk about health sector, I think only 30% of special occupational therapies people are available, and there is a gap of 70%. When it comes to education, only 50% special educators are there. Vocational training, there is no vocational training center where we can have trainers for people with disability in BPO, retail, hospitality skills. And when it comes to employability, numbers are very few only. So keeping in that mind, we have designed 5 schools of vocational training and business administration, school of education, school of research and development. As you know that every 10th child is becoming autistic now. So why is this more number in India? Who is going to stop this? There is no research institute in the country. People are doing abroad, but as an Indian, I can think that why not we do research in our country, and we are hoping that we can have all the research thing in the country through this school of research, and the last one is leadership and policy. So in the end, I like thank all of you, Honorable Governor Sir, Professor Kamakoti ji, Director, this thing, that I think it's a movement that has started now, but we have to reach to the last Divyangjan in southern part of India, so that they also can live their life with dignity and integrity, and that dream of our Prime Minister, Viksit Bharat, that each one is empowered, each one can live their life with dignity and integrity. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Many, many thanks, Dr. Agarwal, for the words of wisdom. Can I request now Professor Ashok Jhunjhunwala, who has been the former president of Indian Institute of Technology Research Park, IIT Madras Research Park, to say a few words. He has been assistant professor at Washington State University. Okay,
I think you don't
he needs no introduction, so please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me, Jitendraji. It's an honor to be part of your program, what you have done. Honorable Governor is there, Professor Kamakoti is there, everybody is here. There are a large number of people in India and in the world which have some kind of disability or other. Technology can play a major role in trying to get them to live a normal life, be employed, and in every manner be like others. That empowerment technology can provide that empowerment. Fortunately, India has a large number of scientists. I don't know the exact number, some 70,000 scientists across IITs, triple IITs, NITs, in CSIR labs, in various government labs. And very large number of youngsters who are doing startups, who are trained, who are engineers, and who can develop technology. Fortunately, India is the only country where we can hope to get 20,000 people, 20,000 engineers, young engineers, to work on technologies for disability. Any other place, it will just become too expensive. India is a place where one can do that. So I think it is an obligation on us that we develop the best possible between the scientists and these youngsters. We develop the best technology that a person with disability require, and develop the technology for all India and for all over the world, and become a technology leader. This is something that we will be very happy to take up along with Jitendraji, and we will ensure some of the technologies that has already been developed at IIT Madras, for example, are absolutely fantastic. I don't know how many of you have seen NeoMotion wheelchair. There are many others that are there, but I think we will ensure that the best technology and most affordable technology is developed. Whatever R&D is required, we will do that, and we will ensure that your mission, Jitendraji, becomes real. Thank you very much.
Professor, with your guidance, definitely it will be a possibility. As Sanatan says that for every student, there's a what is essential as guru. Gu plus ru, arthat, the one who removes the darkness from the life of the shishya. So thank you, Professor, for these words. Can I request now Professor Kamakoti to come and say a few words?
Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Jitendraji, Professor Junjunwala, Satya, Varadarajanji. It's indeed a very important juncture where we are conducting this particular event here. Specifically when we have looking at a deep sense of inclusivity in both education and also general living. I just want to recollect one incident that happened, what it means to do a technology that has societal benefit. The fruit of that which I want to share here, one of our startup companies, NeoMotion, actually developed a standing chair. And in that function, when the standing chair was given to the Divyang, and when the national anthem was played at the last part of the function, for the first time, the Divyang actually stood up for the national anthem, and they really felt so happy about it. I think these are real moments that makes us extremely happy, and so we are conducting regular sports here for Divyang, and I'm sure the Finland event, the Abilympics, I wish that Jitendraji's dream of getting 30 medals should be a reality, and whatever IIT Madras can do for that, we are very much willing to help you and see all that is needed from a technology side and from a venue side, we will try and arrange. Friends, we are also very happy to tell you that we have a center dedicated for technology development for Divyang. There is an R2D2 center where we predominantly look at mobility, and if time permits, some of you can visit that. We have created a test bed there, so people can basically develop their technology, startups can develop the technology, go and experiment it there and see if it is suiting to our Indian needs. As Professor Junjunwala mentioned, We are the country where we have the human capital, we can work on these very important societal need, and we will put all efforts together to see that every aspect of a Divyang in terms of leading a normal life is addressed, and we give the most effective technology. Thank you very much for coming here, and I feel that IIT Madras is blessed to host this event. Looking forward to a long technical collaboration with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kamakoti. Nothing gives more joy when one can stand for the country, when one can represent the country, and one can contribute towards the Viksit Bharat. By 2047, can Bharat be the largest economy in the world? Divyangjan can make it possible. Words. Sometimes words fall short. Hence, I am taking help of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 28. Sukha dukkhe samay kritva, sukha dukkhe samay kritva, labha labho jaya jayo. Tato yudhya yujjasva, tato yudhya yujjasva, nevam pavam apapyasi. What does this mean? Na sukh ke liye, not for happiness, not for sadness, not for glory, not for money. When you fight for dharma, when you fight for righteousness, when you fight for the country, there is no sin. Raviji, the governor, the honorable governor of Tamil Nadu, represent that feeling, that movement amongst himself, and that's what he stands for. A lot of you don't know, 1968, 1969, Mossad, one of the biggest intelligence agencies across the world, belongs to Israel, had an opportunity to abort the nuclear program of Pakistan. Unfortunately, the then Prime Minister revealed 200 deep assets of Bharat. 200 intelligence officers were killed at that point in time. Since then, our three most smartest agencies, CBI, CID, IB, have been working hard but independently. It's thanks to the Honorable Governor at that point in time to bring everybody together, to bring all the intelligence together, and he chaired that intelligence mission. And today, whether you see the success of Operation Sindoor, whether you see any kind of success since 2014, it's thanks to the intelligence. Somewhere that foundation has been laid down by Honorable Shri Raviji. Had he not been there, we would have been doing hard work in silos. The man who looks very soft from inside is a passionate believer of dharma and for the country. Can I request Raviji to say a few words, if nothing, just your blessings are enough, but your words of wisdom can help us.
Actually, because of my voice, this is one of the events where I was not supposed to speak. But Siddharth ji has said so much. Anyway, first of all, I think all of us are deeply touched, hugely impressed by the initiative which Jitendra ji has taken up. A huge round of applause for him. Friends, you know, when we think and talk about our country, let us not just think it and take it as just any other country in the world. Ours is an unique country. Ours is a country not built like any other country in the world. Any student of political science will tell you a definition of a state. A state has a territory, a defined territory. It has a population. It has a government to administer that territory and population. And that government is sovereign. These are the four attributes of a political state which the world acknowledges and go by. But Bharat, long before it became a political state, it was a Rashtra, it was a nation built by our rishis on a principle, on a sense of universal unity. Several thousand years ago, during the time of the Vedas, when our rishis, they revealed the wisdom, the truth, that entire creation is one family. All that we see, the differences are essentially a diversity. Like a tree, it has million leaves. No two leaves are alike if you look at it carefully. Nature does not replicate exactly. If it is the exact replication, it is done by it is completely artificial. It is not natural. Yet, with all these diversities that you see among millions of leaves, they are all integrally connected with the tree. And this is what creation is. This was the wisdom revealed by our rishis thousands of years ago. And then came the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, what our people, our great saints in Tamil and poets said, Yadu Mure Yavrum Keler. This is one family. Now when we have a one family, this light, and with this, that gave us the way how to live life. How to live life enlightened by this vision that we are one family. And that is why we had countless number of rulers in our country. Bharat was never ruled by one ruler. Bharat was not defined by a ruler. This light is spread all over the length and breadth from what is called as Uttaram yat samudrasya himadrishya dakshinam varsham tad bharatam nama bharati yat santati. North of ocean and south of Himalayas, the whole land, this light is spread. So there were numerous kings, kingdoms, but samaj, society, the way of living, the thought, a stranger coming to your house is a god, Atithi Devo Bhava. You won't find anywhere in the world. When the stranger comes to your house, unknown, the person will not go unfed. We worship trees, we worship animals, we worship every being because we see the divine and divinity in that. When this light and this civilization that grew with this thought, Rishi Aurobindo at the time of independence had jotted down his dreams. He's saying that now the time has come for Bharat to spread this light across the world. Because this light was not meant only for Bharat. This light was not only meant for a set of people. We have to spread it. Let this world be awakened to this light that we are one family, and only then and then we'll have we have freedom from this war. We have a conflict with ourselves, conflict with the nature, conflict between the nations, all destructive. Rise above the animal existence, because we have said how humans are above others. Ahar nidra bhay maithunam cha saman etat pasubhi naranam dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesha dharme nahina pasubhi samana. Ahar, food, fear, rest and reproduction are the common and universal attributes of every creature. The humans are different only in their capacity to distinguish between good and bad. And acting well, acting good, use of this buddhi, the intellect, with a viveka, so that for the good is dharma. Dharma is not confined to rites and rituals. This was the wisdom revealed. So that is why we say Bharat is a dharmic rashtra, and this has to spread to the rest of the world. And when we say that the whole humanity, whole creation is a family, when we have a large number of our own people, those who have some disabilities in the sense that they are not what we call normal, with all your limbs functional and all the six senses, 5 Gyanendriyas, all the 5 senses active. If someone is deficient at some level, the person suffers, you don't know how much. The person suffers, the family suffers, the parent suffers. And it was mentioned by Jitendra ji about, and Sarthak ji about intellectual disability, about autism. It might not be so new, but certainly it is becoming more and more visible today. Jitendra ji mentioned that 1 in 10 child is born autistic, intellectual disability. This is little understood. We don't know much about it. The solution has to be found. That person has to live a life of dignity, because we believe that that person is not only a child of a parent, but is a member of our larger family. Today there is so much of ignorance. You cannot imagine the person who does not have a autistic child in the family will not understand the trauma that the parents go through, that the family goes through. Only when you have, they realize it. And today we find great degree of insensitivity on the part of the governments. All governments, central or state, all. They're so clinical in approach. They make the laws, they make the rules, but the rules are not enforced. We have talked about intellectual disability children have special children. You know, Jitendra ji mentioned about shortage of special educators. Even when, first of all, there is a huge shortage. Second is whenever you have a teacher in schools. The question is, every child needs personalized attention. Because every autistic child is autistic in his or her own way. It's not like if there is somebody who has lost vision, there are ways. If somebody is not able to move, you have ways to give mobility. But intellectual disability, which is emerging as a major challenge today, is yet to be addressed in any significant way. We have not even been talking about it seriously. And it's time that we must do it, because they have to live a life of dignity. And they have to be a productive member of the society. As it says, it's not a charity. No, nothing. there's no charity in. The person has to be, because every child has a capability. Even an autistic child has somewhere some capability. I've seen here in this city, Chennai, passionate persons who are helping these kids. Somebody is helping through music. Dedicated life for last 30 years, bringing these kids and helping them music therapy. I admire the commitment, the passion, and I salute all those people, those who are doing so much. One day I visited a camp, I won't call it a camp, a center. Young people in their 30s, well educated, they could have got jobs somewhere. But they are now tending these such children, helping them through farming, being close to the nature and try to learn it. And in one of my visits, when I found that while we were talking, I was curious to know more about this great work this couple was doing. At a very young age, when you like to enjoy the world, they have been doing this great service. I found a young boy, hardly about 12 years of age. He started retching. And the person, he just holds him and takes his entire retch in his hand. It was a divine. We have people, but we need institutions. We need to scale it up. And while compassion can flow, there has to be help. And the help can come from technology. And I think today we shouldn't have any doubt that solution to these problems will come to a great deal from technology. I really appreciate and admire and thank Ashokji for making this offer. And I'm thanked that, yes, people should come out and do the researches here. Because these are, some physical disabilities are understood. You provide. Intellectual disabilities are not. So if we can do some fundamental research, and I'm sure there will be ways. Because we talk about neurodiversity, we talk about differently wired. But if it is differently wired, there has to be, if we're talking in such terms, there has to be a solution to it. And I'm sure technology will be able to find a solution, and IIT Madras and other institutions will be able to come forward and do it. Thank you very much. Thank you again. Once again, I'd like to thank Dr. Jitendra and all the women. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ravi ji said 3 very simple things, but our rishis have actually summarized in a one very simple shlok. Amantram aksharam nasti. Amantram aksharam nasti. Nasti mulo manoshadham. Ayogyah purusho nasti. Yojaka tatra durlabha. There is no word in Sanskrit from where a mantra or a shlok does not start with. A mantra which can heal you. There is no vegetation on this planet which cannot be used as aushadhi. There is no person on this planet who's born without a purpose. What is needed is yojak, enabler. Can senior people like Ravi ji, IIT Madras, Sarthak, government come together and be that enabler not only for Bharat, but for Vishwaguru? If yes, then it's only the time which is the consideration. Bharat in true sense will be the Vishwaguru. Many, many thanks, Ravi ji, for your kind words and for giving us blessings and showing us the path. He has done immensely for the Rashtra. Now he is doing for the Samaj. And we hope that he succeeds the same way he has done for the Rashtra Suraksha in the Samajik Arthvyavastha. Can I now request Professor Satyanarayan ji to come and say a few words and thank the Honorable Governor and all the guests with his few words. Can I request Satyanarayan ji?
So, அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம், Namaste. Good afternoon to all. It's my great pleasure and proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks for the inaugural session of the Sarthak and NAAI South Zone Regional Abilympics skill competitions for Divyangjan and Regional Conference on Disability. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt, sincere gratitude towards His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R.N. Ravi, for not just sparing his invaluable time and gracing this occasion, but also for encouraging and guiding us. Thank you very much, sir. We are also grateful to Dr. Jitendra Agarwal ji, founder and CEO, Sarthak, and Secretary General, National Abilympic Association of India, and Sri P.B. Vardarajan sir, Advisory Board Member, Sarthak Educational Trust. And thanks to all other members of Sarthak and NAAI teams for collaborating with IIT Madras and providing us this wonderful opportunity to host this unique event, which specially focuses on showcasing and promoting the talent and abilities of Divyangjan people. And really we are honored. I would also express my sincere thanks to our director, Professor V. Kamakoti, IIT Madras, and Professor Ashok Junjunwala, former President, IIT Madras Research Park, for their support and encouragement and spending their valuable time with us. We are also thankful to all other dignitaries who all come all the way to IIT Madras and having intellectual interactions with us today. A special word of appreciation to some of my colleagues, Professor Pratap, Dean AC, Professor Manu Santanam, Dean ICISR, Professor Sanyasi Raju, Chairman, Council of Wardens, Mr. Prakash, CSO, the entire engineering unit team, for all their support, unconditional support, to conduct this event and making this event a grand success at IIT Madras. Most importantly, I would also like to thank Professor Nilesh Vasa and Professor Shaligram Tiwari for coordinating this activity on behalf of IIT Madras with NAAI and Sarthak team. Last but not least, I welcome and thank all the talented and wonderful persons with disabilities, because it is your spirit, talent, and unwavering determination which is the true inspiration behind this event. With collective efforts and shared commitment, let's continue working towards a future where inclusion is not an exception but the norm. Thank you all once again for your presence, participation, and unwavering support. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Gratitude to you, Professor Satyanarayan ji. Can I request now everyone to please stand up for the national anthem? भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की. Can I request all the Sarthak volunteers to just quickly come on the side and for a group picture, only the Sarthak volunteers quickly. Sir, if you can permit us this. Sarthak volunteers, please come on the dais.